The colonial and imperial have an uncanny way of reanimating, resurfacing or erupting from the dead to serve new masters. However, not all reappear, but rather haunt the halls, administrations, and infrastructures of both post-colonial and former imperial states. Many of our contemporary states mimic or mirror their former imperial or colonial masters. Their state practices bear a disturbing resemblance to the techniques used to subdue colonial subjects. In the global south, post-colonial governments have adopted tactics developed by their colonizers, while states in the global north now deploy these against citizens and migrants. Anthropologists have become sensitive to the myriad of state practices used to control populations. We are particularly attuned to recognizing culturally unique or specific ways states take form across different contexts. However, the discussions on the state remain couched in the unique particularities of state formation. A closer comparison of histories of these practices shifts attention to overlooked aspects of state formation. Far from being new or unique to specific contexts, many state practices bear a disturbing resemblance to techniques used to subdue colonial and imperial subjects. These practices originate with the different forms of imperialism and their actors who designed and orchestrated them. Thus, how the commonality of certain state practices have emerged in the present across various global contexts forces us to reckon with colonialism and imperialism in a new way. Recognizing the uniqueness of different colonial projects while at the same time constituting similar techniques and tactics across contemporary contexts. In the global south, post-colonial governments adopt tactics developed by colonizers, from detaining and abducting dissidents, displacing populations, fortifying urban districts and rural spaces, to denying indigenous knowledge, orchestrating food crises, and enforcing policies to control fertility. Such forms of structural violence have also returned to the global north, deployed against citizens and migrants. Subaltern populations have had vital infrastructure denied to them and controls imposed upon their bodies. Likewise, colonial patronage of local rituals and sacred spaces is reproduced in multicultural contexts, fragmenting minorities into warring factions. What is it about the uncanny present that animates half-forgotten forms of colonialism? What do we make of traumas and conspiracies that often accompany their revival? What do such reanimations tell us about transformations and the continuities of state formations and their resistance? At the 17th EASA conference at Queen's University Belfast, come join our panel, Uncanny Colonial Reanimations, Ethnographies of Post-Colonial Population Control and Resilient Alternatives, on Wednesday the 27th of July, starting at 9 a.m. in room 4.